Waterdream Warm. A region of pointless frolicking and endless pleasure. No one here understands the true meaning of suffering and random shocking violence meted out arbitrarily.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Keeper. This is the third episode and we're going to dig straight to the portal and dig some gold as well. So this episode is a bit harder than the other ones, but not really. So we're just being slowly introduced to the game and to the new buildings and stuff. So we immediately receive a new unit, which is Fly, of course. We always get Fly. So Fly is basically a very weak unit, but it can fly, so no pun intended. So it is usually very good at discovering new stuff and finding enemies as well, which is why I usually get rid of it, so I don't really need to discover stuff. So yeah, it is a very good scout, but that's it. Also, you might see in the map that there are certain room-shaped things. We're not going to take advantage of this. At least not yet, but we will dig it just to take a look what it is there when we finish the level, so that we don't rely on it. I will also try to avoid transferred creatures and other things, so that the walkthroughs are actually full and don't depend on each other, so you can start anywhere you like. Yeah, so you don't really need flies. We can also spawn more imps right away, but we have very limited amount of gold, so you don't want to have 0, because you won't be able to build a treasure room. And there is no other way to get gold. So need to be a bit careful, but we'll be fine. So we'll need a lair, right? Hatchery. Hatchery can be smaller usually, so don't really need a big one. Hatchery, then a training room. Basically we have 2 big rooms already, so we don't need to build more stuff, although we will get 1 more room, right? So we can dig a little bit. That should be enough. So we can build the treasure room now. There are certain limitations on the shapes of rooms that you can build. Usually it is preferable to build the square-shaped or rectangular-shaped rooms, because they are more efficient and surround the rooms with walls. So the lowest bar is efficiency of the room, the white one. So for treasure room, it basically means how much gold one tile can hold. So the more efficient it is, the more gold you can store. So the gems that you can see here can only appear if efficiency is high enough. So if we didn't build a square or like rectangular one and we didn't fill all available space, we wouldn't be able to see the gems. It's just an indicator that it is efficient enough. So for our purposes, we'll be more than fine. So we can help imps to collect the gold. so that they don't spend time on it. We don't have anything to do yet. Although we can start building the layer and other things. There is no drag and drop, so you have to click each tile that you want to build. But that's fine. That's a pretty old game after all. So we're going to build the hatchery, training room. Probably the training room should be a bit bigger. It doesn't matter that the gold lies here, so it won't disappear. Yeah, so we have a library as well. The library is pretty expensive. Is a pretty expensive room, but it attracts warlocks. Yeah, not beetles really. We want to get rid of all those creatures. So warlocks can basically research things. They will do that naturally, so we don't have to put them into the library. And also they probably want to settle in first. They built some magic looking house, which I found really funny. So yeah, we can also indirectly order our minions to do stuff by dropping them somewhere, basically. So we can make it build its home in some layer. For example, if we build multiple layers, we can force creatures to choose another one, for example, by dropping it in the other building. So yeah, we don't have much to do yet. Warlocks are actually not good at fighting. So once we research everything, we either get rid of them or maybe train them. I don't know, we probably leave a couple and the other...
spell has been researched. There is nothing left to research.
Yeah, so they have researched speed monsters, so acceleration basically. We can now start training them. We don't have much choice right now. We don't have better creatures than warlocks anyway. So the issue with warlocks, why I don't really like them, is they have very low health and they are pretty weak in general. So once they reach like level 10, which is the maximum, they become somewhat more resilient, but not really. And you don't want to train them before. Yeah, so they're happy that they achieved next level. You can see that they're celebrating that. Every creature is celebrating differently. So warlocks, starting with level 2, they learn how to cast fireballs. You can see that if you take... Yeah, so see, you can select 2, you can launch a fireball. So starting with level 2, they learn how to fire fireballs, and when they are doing research and there are imps in the library, they get annoyed and start firing at imps, and will actually damage them as well. So yeah, they're suggesting to train warlock, which we already do. So yeah, usually I wouldn't recommend it. We don't have, yeah, as I said, we don't have other creatures right now, so there isn't much choice. But yeah, generally you basically usually want to get rid of them. Imps can also fortify walls. So, and as I said, walls increase efficiency of the building, so you can see the white indicator go up a little bit after we're done fortifying walls. The green indicator is efficiency. Oh, no, sorry, fullness of the building. Yeah, so see, having walls actually increases efficiency. Green means how full the building is, and the red indicator means the health of the building. So it can be destroyed by other keepers, or it can be captured by other keepers. In either case, this indicator will go down. And we'll continue to get rid of beetles. And maybe some idle warlocks as well will need to be put to training. Yeah, so it should go to full. Maybe not. So probably there is even more some way to make it even more efficient, but I don't know how. So we don't have much to do. Maybe we can actually expand the training room because it is almost full. Oh, actually, yeah. They're digging towards us, so we'll probably now see why I don't really like warlocks. So, yeah, you can observe. I mean, when there are demon spawns or any units that can do melee and basically tank for warlocks, it's fine. But in direct battle, they are pretty bad. Demon spawns are not really that great as well, but at least they are much tougher than warlocks are. And if you train your demon spawn up to level 10, it will become a dragon, which doesn't happen in first several levels because there are no dragons yet. So you are not supposed to do this. Oh, also there is the first time we can see enemy territory, which is just in this case the heroes one. Heroes territory, so we can see white claimed area that we can reclaim to our side, which imps are doing successfully. You can also slap imps so that they are going to work faster, so probably it's worth doing because it takes a lot of time otherwise. You can also speed them up by casting the spell, so they will become very fast. And if you hold the left mouse button... Oh, okay. It wasn't too long until they spawned. So it's better to put all your units to battle when you can, because I mean, because random creatures will fight otherwise, and then not always the best ones, right? So demon spawns are safe to are good fighters against the archers. And apparently, starting with level 3, warlocks can also heal themselves, which demon spawns really don't do unless until some high level. So, yeah, warlocks are probably good enough from a distance. Also, creatures heal when they are sleeping in their houses, so that's how they reclaim health. Also, they heal when they eat chicken, so you can heal. You can heal your creatures by giving them chicken as well. Okay, so we don't have much time, I guess. Didn't have much time. But that's fine. So sadly, demon spawns have died. And we're actually done. So let's see what is there. After we have finished, we can take a look at the secret, right? So there are some random sounds that I have enabled, which I don't know if I will keep or not, because they are really distracting sometimes. Because you can actually hear what is happening in the rooms when you hover over them, so you can hear that there's someone is walking there. But those random sounds are distracting. Alright, so what is there? So there is a bunch of skeletons, and they are decent warriors, but that's basically it. So we can also try to dig here. We'll probably find some secrets as well. Maybe not. I don't remember.
It is payday. You have tunneled into a new area.
Yeah, so there is some water here. Also, there is a maximum of 3 imps that can dig one side. So, if you want maximum efficiency of digging, you need to take 3 imps at a time. Yeah, so nothing really interesting here, so let's move on.